Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Health Matters with Dr. Shritama Banerjee. Today, I am back again with another new topic. This time, I shall be talking to you regarding effective methods of stress management. What are the methods that you should adopt to manage your stress effectively? Coming to the first method, it is physical exercise. There are different types of physical activity which boost your mood and help you to manage stress. First of them is walking. Walking is a very effective method of stress management, and it is said that at least 30 minutes of walking at least 5 days a week is necessary for proper good health. Apart from stress management, also, walking has many other benefits. For example, it helps to lose weight, it improves your cardiac functions, it is better in case of patients of diabetes, it boosts their health, and many more. Coming to the next method, running, jogging. There are also other activities like swimming, which is a very effective method of stress management. There is another type of exercise which leads to sudden bursts of physical activity. For example, dancing. This is a very effective method of stress management. You can also go for exercises like um, skipping. So, these sudden bursts of physical activity help in increasing the hormone endorphin, which helps to improve your mood. Coming to the next method of stress management, meditation. So, there are several techniques of meditation. The main technique of meditation, which is helpful for stress management, is mindful meditation. So, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness means to close your eyes and watch your breath. Watch your breath as you inhale, watch it as you exhale, and focus your mind on the breath. And in this process, you will notice that there are lots of thoughts which are coming in your mind constantly. So, at any point of time, there are millions of thoughts which are coming into our mind. At one moment, only one thought is coming. But since there are many thoughts which are coming at lightning speed, so we hardly realize that so many thoughts are crossing our mind. So, in mindfulness, you sit quietly, you watch your breath, and at the same time, you watch your thoughts. And how do you watch your thoughts? You watch your thoughts non judgmentally. For example, if you're watching and your thoughts and your mind is thinking that I want to have a pizza, so immediately you react and you go to Zomato, you take out Zomato app from your mobile and you order a pizza. So that is a reaction. That is, a thought is coming to your mind and you're automatically acting on that thought. You're acting as your mind is dictating you. So in mindfulness, there will be a thought which will come to your mind that, hey, I want to have pizza. But instead of reacting, instead of ordering a pizza, you just watch that thought as it comes. And gradually, you just watch it non judgmentally. You don't order a pizza. And neither do you think that, oh, I should not be thinking about pizza. I should be focusing on my studies. So you do not judge yourself. You do not act according to your thought. And you do not judge yourself for thinking something which is probably not very good for your health. So you just watch your thoughts, you watch your breath, and at the same time, you notice and watch your thoughts non judgmentally. So that will uh, gradually that will lead to a process in which the number of thoughts which cross your mind in a period of time will gradually decrease. That is, the speed at which uh, thoughts cross your mind will decrease. There will be less number of thoughts crossing your mind in a certain period of time, and gradually all your emotions, all your negative emotions such as anxiety, stress, depression, whatever you may be suffering from, is going to decrease. So this is mindful meditation. So this is a very effective method of stress relief, instant stress relief. Okay, and another important thing is that this is comes under meditation only, that Probably this is not a method of meditation. You don't need to sit and think about this, what I'm going to tell you now. But the main motto is that you live in the present moment. So there are several uh, incidences in your past that you may be guilty about. Probably later on you realize that I could have done this in a much better way. And there are many incidences, probable incidences, which you are scared about. You may be anxious of something. So, what you need to do is that neither do you feel guilty about your past, and neither do you uh, feel anxious about your future. So, you don't think about your past, you don't think about your future, you dwell only on the present moment. Because the present moment is what we have only. The only time we have in our lives actually is the present moment. The past has already passed and the future is yet to come. So, what we have done in the past, we cannot change, and what is going to happen in the future, we don't know. So, it's no use thinking about your past, it's no use worrying about your future. What only you can control, what you have in your control, is the present moment. So you live in the present moment, think only about your present activities, and do all these present activities with full attention, full honesty, full sincerity. And rest assured, your future will be good. So this was another thing. And coming to the third point, that these are lifestyle changes which you have to inculcate in your daily routine. That is, you wake up early and you go to sleep early. So it says early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So this healthy means physically and mentally healthy. So you need to go to bed early, you need to rise up early. Then balance diet. You need to have a diet which has whole grains, green leafy vegetables, plenty of fruits, and you need to avoid fast food, junk food, saturated fats, and all these junk foods you have to avoid. So you have to have a healthy, nutritious, balanced diet. Then you have to have adequate sleep also. You need to go to bed early and you need to rise up early. And you have to ensure that you have at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep each day. So that is very important because the time we sleep, the time the brain gets rest, is the time when all the wear and tear of the body, which the body and the mind has suffered, all the wear and tear, all these degenerations in the body, those are going to get repaired at the time we sleep. So, adequate sleep is necessary both for physical and especially for mental health. So, adequate sleep, 6 to 8 hours daily. Then you have to, uh, another important point is that you should never take up uh, tasks which you know that probably you won't be able to complete. Say you have to, uh, say your job demands that you have to uh, work at least 6 hours a day, and you know that you have so much time that doing all your other daily chores, you can manage about 6 hours of work daily. But say your boss tells you suddenly that you have to work 9 hours a day, and you cannot refuse your boss, and you take up that work. And after that, you're working so hard, so hard, so hard that you end up being a patient of stress, anxiety. So don't take up jobs, don't take up the amount of work which you know that you won't be able to manage to complete. So learn to say no. It may sound difficult at first, but it will solve a lot of problems in the future. So learn to say no. This is another important thing which you have to adopt in your lifestyle. Then another very important thing is that uh, you should never end your day before going to bed browsing the social media or watching negative news. And you should also never start your day browsing the social media or watching negative news, because you say you turn on the TV, turn on the news, and 99% of the news is always negative. So, obviously, you have to know the news and you cannot live without browsing the social media. So, both of them you have to do, but not just before going to sleep, because say you see something negative, which is true, so you need to know, but say it disturbs your mind so much so that you don't have a good night's sleep. So that is going to affect your health, your mental health, your work performance, your everything. That is going to affect your mental health negatively. And if you start your morning with a negative news or with some negative social media thing, then your entire day you're going to be absent minded, and again your work performance will not be good. So never start your day watching something negative, and never end your day watching something negative. You need both a good night's sleep and a good work performance in the morning. So this is another thing. And also you should devote adequate time to pursuing your hobbies. This has been found to improve mental health a lot, because you should always keep enough time to love yourself, to pursue something that you love. Probably not for income, probably only for the reason that you like it so much. You want to do something. Say you like dancing. Devote some time to dancing. That is going to release a lot of stress. That is going to release a lot of endorphins, and that will decrease stress. Say you like singing, say you like swimming, whatever you like, say you like painting. You may be very busy person in your professional life, but you have to devote some time to yourself, to doing something that you truly love. Then another thing which I'm going to mention last, but it is definitely not the least, that if you find that your mental health has deteriorated so much, that you're suffering so much anxiety or stress that you're not being able to carry out your daily activities properly, then you should definitely seek help from a professional physician, from a professional doctor. You should never hesitate to seek help. You should always remember, mind is a part of your body. So there is no stigma regarding any mental illness. So you should never hesitate to consult a doctor if you feel that your mental health is deteriorating, and if you feel that your stress is so much that you are not being able to carry out your activities, your daily activities properly. You should always consult a doctor. So this brings me to the end of today's video. Stay safe. Bye bye.